Hello again, everyone. Edwin Lerner back once again in this YouTube astrological. I'm going to be talking about the Midheaven Inconjunct North Node in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them, in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is, if you have the Midheaven Inconjunct North Node in a natal chart, one way it may manifest is that an inconjunct, which is the an adjustment, which is the inconjunct, may be needed between matters associated with the career, which is the midheaven, and objectives, which is the North Node. One or the other may be overemphasized. The key is to find balance and equilibrium between the two. So it could be where you're dominated by matters with the career at times to the expense and exclusion of your objectives, which is the North Node, or it could be the other way around, where matters pertaining to your objectives may monopolize your time and energy to the expense and exclusion of activities that are associated with the career. So again, it's about finding the balance, the harmony, and the equilibrium with the energy, because you can have a lot of, vacillation, distortion, and fluctuation of energy with inconjunct aspects. Now, the thing is, let's say, for example, if you have the North Node in Aries, objectives, may be tied in with something that associated with leadership, prowess, and ability. It could be something with the military or welding, arson, investigation, law enforcement. It could be speech therapy, something with physiology, sports, something that's, it could be a profession or field associated with the head, such as hat or helmet design as some examples. And also, too, there may be an imbalance, which is the inconjunct between activities with the dominant parent, which is often the father, and those prominent in your future, which is the North Node. You may be dominated by one or the other. So again, it's about finding, the balance, the harmony, and the equilibrium with the energy. You can have, let's say, for example, if the North Node is in Taurus, one or more of those people that may figure prominently in your future may actually be a Taurus sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be people that are stolid, passive, placid, calm, peaceful, loyal, steadfast, persistent, patient, persevering, but may also be stubborn, obstinate, and materialistic as well. And also, too, another way that this aspect may manifest in a natal chart is that the career, which is the midheaven, may be extremely beneficial or no help whatsoever in terms of fulfilling your destiny, which is the North Node. Now, so there can be times when it may be, the career may be extremely advantageous in fulfilling one's destiny, then other times it may seem like it's got really no impact, on it in terms of what you really, what you're aspiring to, where you feel you're directed towards. So it's really, again, you can have a lot of vacillation, distortion, fluctuation of energy within inconjunct aspects. Now, if the North Node, say, is in Sagittarius, as an example, that destiny may be tied in. It could be with publishing, advertising, sports, the outdoors, printing press operation, translation, foreign travel. It could simply be expanding horizons, doing something with the law, as some examples. And also, too, you may either have tremendous or no ambition, which is the midheaven, as far as going toward your mission and purpose, which is the North Node. So again, there can be just at times you might have this exorbitant amount of ambition, but in terms of what you want to pursue as far as your mission and purpose goes, and other times it just may not be there. You may simply be apathetic regarding those matters. So it's about really finding, again, the harmony, the balance, and the equilibrium with this energy. Now, if you have, the North Node, say in Gemini as an example, that mission and purpose may be tied in, and may simply be, diversified views, because if you have the North Node in Gemini, then the South Node is in Sagittarius, which could indicate going away from, targeting one specific belief or philosophy and being open to many others. Now, and also to maybe doing something, Gemini related, whether it's something connected with communications, such as data or satellite communications, reporting, writing, journalism, something with manual dexterity, such as auto or refrigeration mechanics, as some examples. Also, to the father and authority figures, which is the midheaven, may be very advantageous or detrimental, as far as developing the attributes, helping you develop the attributes connected with the North Node placement. So it could be times when those people, again, the father and authority figures, well, the midheaven is the dominant parent, which is often the father and authority figures. Times may be very auspicious. And in terms of you developing those attributes associated with your North Node placement, other times they may not be. And when I say detrimental, it doesn't always mean like they're going to have this tremendously negative effect on it, but they just may not be there in those matters for you when needed at times. So they could be away, not there for you when they're, when you feel like you need those people to help you in developing those qualities. Now, if the North Node, say, is in Aquarius as an example, some of those qualities can include, being more, unobtrusive, considerate, ingenious, innovative, unorthodox, amiable, friendly, group-oriented, selfless, and altruistic as some examples. Now, also, too, this aspect can indicate a lot of fluctuation between having tremendous ease or even difficulty in terms of concentrating, which is the midheaven, on where you are moving toward, where you're directed to, which is the North Node. Now, if the North Node, say, is in the zodiac sign Cancer, what you're moving toward, what you're directed to, may simply be more family-related matters. It could be, something with matters, with the home, introversion, and maybe doing something Cancerian related, where there could be home remodeling, renovation, roofing, interior decoration, real estate, cooking, culinary, restaurant work, and maybe doing something in a laundry or plumbing business as some examples. Now, also, too, another way that this aspect may be expressed in the natal chart is that there may either be much ease or difficulty finding structure and discipline, which is the midheaven, going toward your spiritual path, which is the North Node. So you may find at times where you could find a structure and discipline very easily going toward the spiritual path, being able to, stay with it, day to day. Then other times there may be difficulty in doing so, tremendous difficulty. So again, you get a lot of fluctuation and vacillation with this energy. Now, if the North Node, say, is in Virgo as an example, that spiritual path may be tied in, it could simply be, being punctual, reliable, systematic, methodical. It may be doing something Virgo related, such as something connected with statistics or analytics, something service oriented. It may involve something with cleaning or sanitation or organizing, such as working as a professional organizer, as some examples. Also, another way that this aspect may be expressed in the natal chart is that the fathers, superiors, and older people, which is the midheaven, may either be extremely auspicious or no help whatsoever in what you're learning and aspiring to be, which is the North Node. Again, when I say, the midheaven is connected with the dominant parent, which is often the father, I should say. But anyway, so let's say, if you have the North Node in Leo as an example, you may be learning and aspiring to be more proud, dignified, generous, magnanimous, flamboyant, maybe even a little more showy to some degree. It can be, more confident, self-assured, courageous, having good faith and having fortitude, having faith in general as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Lerman saying stay well.